Are you an Amazon seller wanting to grow your sales, but are either struggling with establishing new relationships or being able to predictably find profitable products? If you answer yes to these questions, listen up. We specialize in providing sourcing services to Amazon sellers who are looking to expand their supply but don't have the relationships already established with suppliers. In this video, I'm going to show you how our partnership is helping sellers access more supply and growing their sales revenues. Our partners are generating an extra $5,000 to $150,000 per month in FBA sales. What makes our service unique is we have been active sellers on Amazon for over 10 years and understand the dynamics of the supply chain management at a high level. We have spent over 8 figures with our suppliers, and every day we're continuing to identify profitable products for Amazon sellers and helping our sellers get those products into their stores. We think of ourselves as a business development operation, so you can focus your time and energy on your store while we handle the supply chain. You won't have to talk to a single wholesaler. We handle that part for you. And you won't have to touch a single product. We'll get them prepped and shipped into Amazon for you. Best part, we're handling a lot of the busy work, so you can invest as little as 2 to 3 hours a week in your store and still see results. And when we start working together, you'll start getting immediate access to a flood of wholesale leads and opportunities. Stick with me for the next few minutes and I'll show you how. Our company, Ecom Solutions, has built a specialized distribution system specifically created for third-party sellers on the Amazon marketplace. We set up relationships with suppliers and we work with our supply partners to bring those product offerings to you. It's kind of like having a team of people working for you to help you grow your store, but you don't actually need to hire or manage anyone. With over $4 million in FBA profits in the last 36 months, our service is creating consistent sales and profits for our clients. Simply put, we can help you win on Amazon. What makes me so confident to say this? My name is Jason O'Neill, and I started as an Amazon seller in January of 2014. Eventually, I got into the world of wholesale FBA, and I realized it wasn't as easy as the gurus made it out to be in order to establish relationships with suppliers. And as I've made relationships with other sellers, I realized everyone has the same exact challenges with establishing wholesale relationships and actually being able to find profit-generating products. Truth is, if you can't set up relationships, then there is no possible way of getting into wholesale. So that's why we put this program together. As a seller myself, I've sold over $30 million in product over my last 10 years on Amazon, and I've analyzed tens of thousands of products at this point. So you might ask yourself, why would you share this with everyone? And the answer is quite simple. Collectively, my suppliers have more products than I have money to buy all by myself. There's a lot of costs that go into running a wholesale business, especially when you grow and you need to get a warehouse and staff that warehouse. So for us to grow, it simply makes more sense for me to share our supply relationships so you don't have to incur the expenses involved. And we can focus on building better supply relationships. Our goal is to help you have success, so ultimately we have success. In case you're wondering about saturation, let me help alleviate that. Every single day, our suppliers have new products that are available. With wholesale on Amazon, I've come to realize you need to strike while the iron's hot. What I mean is we need to actively be sourcing through our suppliers because the products come and go so quickly. On top of that, in wholesale, a single product could be a sizable order. You don't necessarily need hundreds of ASINs. An example of a product we just got is this Yeti tumbler. It's $17 a unit and there's 2,500 units available. Now, this isn't a product that's going to be replenished. So if you were to buy all of them, it would be just a little bit over $43,000 to own the available inventory. All 2,500 units of those will sell. It just comes down to a matter of how many of them do you want to own for yourself and how many do you want to split with other sellers. You can own them all, or collectively those 2,500 units can get split up amongst a bunch of other sellers, which is where you have the whole idea of market saturation. It's all about supply and demand. A lot of sellers are buying from the same suppliers, so it really comes down to who is going to take a position on a product and control the inventory versus splitting it amongst others. I'm not saying you won't have competition. Competition on Amazon is a part of selling on Amazon. However, There are a lot of opportunities to land significant amounts of inventory, which eliminates a lot of the competition you'd normally be up against. That's the biggest difference between retail and online arbitrage versus wholesale. Wholesale allows you to make much larger buys than you're going to be able to make when you're doing online or retail arbitrage. One of the additional benefits of working with us is we do not have a set MOQ, meaning you don't need to make large commitments. However, you can make large buys should you want to. Now, you may be thinking to yourself right now, is this too good to be true? Can I really have only one supplier? Does this really work? And I'm here to tell you it's absolutely true. And there are people who are currently leveraging our supply relationships and having success. Take Ed, for example. Ed's been with us for over 2 years now. And a few days ago, he posted on Facebook about how his slow day made him over $272 in profit while traveling. Or Jorge, who has generated over 30,000 orders, resulting in $82,000 in profit in his store leveraging our supply chain. So how did Ed and Jorge do it? And how do I know that this will also work for you? To do that, I'll have to break down our system for you. The first pillar of our process is what I've been talking about. It's our existing supply relationships. Let's face it, setting up and establishing supply relationships is time consuming, and for many, it's hard. This is the main benefit we're bringing to you. Our suppliers know, like, and trust us. Simply put, working with us is sort of like hiring a team to find and manage supply relationships for you without you having to do any of the heavy lifting. This is a significant challenge, so a lot of sellers stay stuck in the world of online arbitrage and struggle to grow. You spend hours upon hours doing supplier outreach, and you end up with little to nothing to show for it. For most sellers, this isn't yet a full-time job, so those hours are valuable, and you never get them back. And this is where we step in. We've already done the hard work. We already have relationships with our suppliers. Our supply relationships, in turn, become your supply relationships. We currently have relationships with over 50 suppliers in almost every single major Amazon category. These include health and household, industrial and scientific, grocery and gourmet foods, sporting goods, toys and games, beauties. And each one of these has subcategories. Collectively, we have access to over 1 million products at any given moment in time. So getting access to our supply is the first pillar. Now, obviously, the only way to build a business on Amazon is to have supply, but how do we actually help you find products? The second pillar of our process is how we help you find products to sell on Amazon. One of the biggest challenges you'll have in growing your wholesale business is actually being able to consistently find products. It's simply because the supplier is going to provide you with a spreadsheet or price file and essentially say good luck. The problem with these price files is you still have to actually find the product on Amazon, and that takes a lot of time. You spend more time beating your head up against the wall and not finding anything good than you do actually being able to find things to sell. We have a team of people whose sole job is to match products from suppliers, and we deliver these to you in two distinct ways. First, we have a software platform, and inside the software, there's a place that you can access thousands of matched ASINs. Essentially, it's a marketplace of wholesale products from various suppliers, and we call the marketplace seats. The cool thing about seats is you could put some filters in, and it really speeds up the process to find products. You spend far less time disqualifying products and far more time deciding what you want to add into your store. You can put some filters in to find the ROI, sales rank, brand, number of competing sellers, and the category that makes the most sense for you. We call this marketplace seats, which is an acronym for making it easier to source, eliminate losing products, to evaluate potential winners, to test and scale your product selection. The unique thing about seats is the fact it updates daily. So it's tracking the price movements on Amazon, which means every day the results are different. This means that products that weren't profitable a month ago, but are today, would typically be missed by most people, because normally you'd upload a spreadsheet into a product finder and you only get the information as it was at that exact time. Part of supply chain management, actively working through your supplier price files. So what happens if you're not constantly looking? Well, you're missing out on deals. And I only know this because we've gone through these challenges. Let me ask you this. Have you ever sourced a product where the price tanks? Of course you have. It's part of selling on Amazon. But a lot of time when prices tank, they end up going back up at some point. Amazon, as you know it, is always changing. Buy box goes up, buy box goes down based on selling competition, and Seats helps you track these price movements so you can identify potential winners at the right time. Simply put, Seats is the second fastest way for you as a reseller to find profitable products to sell. The fastest way is through our Discord channel. The Discord is basically us working through our supply and doing the product research for you, highlighting what we feel are great opportunities to find winning products at this moment in time. The Discord is similar to a lead list that you may be familiar with. However, it's exclusive to our wholesale supply. Most of the deals that get posted into the Discord aren't actually found on Seats because they are time sensitive. The Discord is like having a team of people actively sourcing buying opportunities for you and presenting them to you, which again makes it so you're spending much less time trying to find products for your store. And if you've ever worked with price files or you've hired a VA to find products, you know how much time and energy goes into finding a single product, much less having dozens of opportunities every single week presented to you. So instead of wasting hours upon hours hiring a team of VAs to find products to present, we're helping you by doing this for you. So that's the second pillar, which leads me right to the third and probably the most important of all of them. The third pillar is prep. Chances are, if you're already in the wholesale space or you're doing online arbitrage, you're using a prep center or you've thought about it. One last thing to take off your plate is even having to worry about coordinating shipments into your prep centers. We'll handle that completely for you. So far, we've prepped and shipped out over 1 million units into Amazon, and on an average day, we're prepping thousands of units. When you find products through our supply, we coordinate the orders with our suppliers, but we also receive it and handle all the grunt work of the prep. Every single product you end up finding through Seats or on Discord ends up ultimately coming here to Jacksonville, and from here, we receive the shipments of your products. We ensure the accuracy and inspect the products to make sure they're in good condition. From there, we move your products through our production lines and prep the products according to Amazon standards. And from there, the shipments are picked up and sent into Amazon on your behalf. And inside your account with us, you can see exactly what shipped into Amazon so you can stay on top of these things. Two immediate benefits of this are, one, you don't need to find a prep center. Two, as you scale, you don't need to start your own facility or take on those added expenses or turn your house into a prep center. And the biggest benefit of all is our system actually allows you to operate your store regardless of where you're at. You can literally be in the middle of the ocean and we're here handling things for you, helping get access to new products and handling the logistics of getting those products into Amazon. This means you have a one-stop solution for building your Amazon reselling business and won't have to figure out any of these logistical issues that normally keeps people stuck. The biggest benefit you get is your time. If you spent time sourcing products, you know how hard it is to find things. If you've spent your time sourcing suppliers to sell to you, you know how much goes into it and how frustrating it can be. If you spend time working with prep centers, you know they're not all great. While some are fantastic, others aren't so good, and you won't truly know until you actually use one. The dream of building a wholesale business usually gets destroyed by all these challenges, and that's why we set out to solve these problems. So to tie all this together, let me help explain how it all works. First, when you find a product in the Seats marketplace or through Discord, you place an order with us. Then we combine all our clients' orders and we send them in as a purchase order through to our supplier. Our suppliers then ship your orders directly to our facility in Jacksonville, Florida, and our team prepares your shipments to go into Amazon, puts the labels on, and handles any of the special packaging instructions Amazon may give us for those products. So at this point, you're probably wondering, how can we work together and what does it cost? Now, to get access to all our supplier relationships, our Seats wholesale marketplace, the Discord channel, and prep, we had a choice to make it cheap and take on as many sellers as we could, or to find the right partners so we can scale and ultimately provide the best service possible. And we chose a blend of the two. As much as I'd love to offer this for free, we have to have some level of commitment from our clients. So the next best thing to free is having a small monthly commitment that essentially becomes free. How that works is it's $600 per month for the service, but it's free if you spend at least $5,000 for the month. Now, we do ask for a minimum commitment of 3 months, and after 3 months is up, it could be month to month. From that point, you can cancel at any time. Just give us 30 days notice and we can cancel the account for you at that point. So here's what you're going to get. You're going to get to piggyback on our relationships with over 50 high quality wholesale suppliers and distributors. You're going to get a license to our Seats wholesale marketplace with thousands of active Amazon ASINs. You're going to get an invite to our Discord channel where we identify profitable products to sell in your store every single day. And you're going to get done for you prep so you never have to touch a single product in order to get it into your Amazon store. Now, I can't promise that you're going to get the same exact kind of results as Danny here, but let me ask you this. If we helped you land just one product that ended up making you over $6,000 in profit, would it be worth it for you? What if that same product ended up making you $52,000 by the time it was all said and done? Now, this isn't common. However, in the world of wholesale, opportunities like this do come up, and we're here helping connect the supply with you as the seller. In case you're wondering, outside the minimum partnership fee, there are no fees that we charge. With our partnership, you don't need a lot of fancy softwares. Your prep fees are covered, so you won't have a separate bill for prep. The way that we make money on this is by helping you buy products to sell in your store. If you end up having us ship out thousands of units a month for you into Amazon, you're not going to get an extra bill. That's all covered in our costs. That in itself will save you thousands of dollars on additional prep fees. And as a bonus, maybe you're already a super seasoned Amazon seller and you know all the tricks of the trade. However, if you're still learning, as a bonus, you'll get access to our Wholesale Accelerator course, which includes over 10 hours worth of sourcing and keep a training. Sometimes it's the little things that can make a world of difference. And inside the sourcing training, you'll see how to properly analyze competition, ensure you're making educated decisions on your purchase, and in some cases, eliminate those quote unquote bad buys. The training can pretty much help you understand at a high level the nuance of selling on Amazon. Additionally, the training will show you how to get the most out of Seats and Discord so you can start making sales as fast as humanly possible. So again, what you're going to get to piggyback on our relationships with over 50 high quality wholesale suppliers and distributors. You're going to get a license to our Seats wholesale marketplace with thousands of active Amazon ASINs. You're going to get an invite to our Discord channel where we identify potential products for you to sell in your store. And you're going to get done for you prep so you never have to touch a single product in order to get it into your Amazon store. And you're going to get access to our Ecom Wholesale Accelerator training. If you're already established and you have some sales history, you understand how valuable your time is. A lot of people go the route of hiring a VA who essentially costs as much as our service. So for the price of a VA, you're getting an entire supply chain installed into your business. And quite frankly, we're better than even the best VA. I understand why people want to hire VAs to do the work for them because finding products is tedious, but you don't need to do that. Amazon isn't a high margin business, so keeping your costs low is important. Every dollar counts, and if you can eliminate the typical cost that makes scaling a challenge, even better, right? Another bonus you get is reporting functions on how each of your ASINs perform in your store. These reports help you see the profitability of each ASIN, as well as when you should place your replenishment orders to ensure your top performers stay stocked. And if you ever do decide to hire a VA, wouldn't it be helpful if you knew which one produced the best results? You'll be able to track the profitability of each of the people on your team so you know which people are producing the best results without having to spend countless hours each month trying to reconcile your team's profitability. By reducing the need for labor and other softwares, it's a break even on what you're already paying for those things, but you get access to so much more by not having to put it all together on your own. We built our software over the years to help us with the management of our Amazon store, and we still use it today with our account. On its own, you'll be able to save a couple $100s a month just from some of its functions. So again, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get to piggyback on our relationships with over 50 high-quality wholesale suppliers and distributors. You're going to get a license to our seats wholesale marketplace with thousands of active ASINs. You're going to get an invite to our Discord channel where we identify potential products to sell in your store. You're going to get done for you prep so you never have to touch a single product in order to get it into your Amazon store. You're going to get access to the Ecom Wholesale Accelerator training, and you're going to get specialized reports to help you track your ASIN profitability and your VA profitability. Now, if you're still here with me, let me sweeten the pot a little bit with one last bonus. One thing we've learned over the last 4 years is how dynamic the wholesale marketplace is. Just because we're connecting you with the supply doesn't mean there aren't complexities to the actual management of these relationships. Each supplier is unique in the way that they do things, and it's simply impossible for us to convey this to you any other way other than doing it live. So every Friday, we host a call for you to join where we discuss the inner workings of the supply chain and how to get the most out of our relationships. Amazon and supply chain is always changing, and we need to be prepared to change with the times. These calls are kind of like having a group coaching session where you can not only learn new things, but also gives you a way to connect with us and get your questions answered. Listen, I can't claim that our system's perfect. There is nuance to the whole process of coordinating supply. These Friday calls allow us to share that nuance with you so you can have the best experience possible with us. And of course, if you're unable to make it live, we record these and post them for you to review at your convenience. So to tie it all together, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get access to our wholesale relationships. You're going to get a license to our seats wholesale marketplace. You're going to get an invite to our Discord channel. You're going to get done for you prep so you don't have to touch any of the products. You're going to get access to our Ecom Wholesale Accelerator training. You're going to get reports. You're going to get access to our software, and you're going to get an invite to our Friday calls where you can come on live and get your questions answered. Listen, I come from the world of putting monetary value on things, but in reality, it's hard to do because I truly spend a significant amount of money each month on labor and infrastructure so you don't have to. The more success we can help you have, the more success we have. Amazon is a challenging marketplace, and we just want to be here to help you solve the biggest obstacles, which is supply and logistics. So right now, you legitimately have two choices. Choice number one, you sit on this information and you do nothing with it. If you're happy with the results you're currently getting, then by all means, keep doing it. However, if you're here, then I'm assuming you're looking for ways to grow, and that's exactly what we're offering. The moment you join us, you immediately gain access to a wholesale supply system built specifically for you. The very first thing that will happen will be an onboarding call where we make sure your account is fully set up and we walk you through everything you'll need to know in order to make your first order, so you can immediately hit the ground running and get products into your store. Let me ask you this. What is your time really worth to you? If you're having to do everything on your own, where is there ever any real time for you to do the things that are important, like finding products? If you're having to do the prep or even work on going back and forth with a prep center, that's extra time. You're either doing it yourself or you're paying someone to do it for you. If all our system does for you is help you eliminate 200 plus hours of researching and reaching out to wholesale suppliers, would it be worth it? If all our system does for you is save you 10 hours per week scanning price files from suppliers, would it be worth it? If we're able to eliminate all the coordination of prep or doing it yourself and can give you the space in your house back, is it worth it? If we're able to help you scale so you can travel and do the things you want to be doing without having to do it all on your own, would it be worth it? If you're encountering any of these challenges, we can help you. To join us today, simply use the button below this video. And one last thing, if you're not sure because you haven't seen the marketplace of products and seats in Discord, and you want to make sure that there's enough for you, then take us for a test drive. I'll offer you 3 full days access into seats and Discord so you can go through the products and get familiar with our systems. If for whatever reason you don't feel it's going to be for you within 3 days, just let us know and we'll refund your money to you. So you literally have nothing to lose and everything to gain. The choice is yours right now. Which door do you decide to walk